Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for that. Hello, my name is Bowie. This is National Act, and this is Crisis Core FF7 Reunion. From the people who brought you 15 minutes overestimate, I'm here this morning to go 15 minutes underestimate.
You have me on commentary. I can't guarantee that anymore.
Great. Also, remember, we do have that incentive to do some squats about 40 minutes into the run, roughly. I think, obviously, are you going to be joining me? I think you said you had an injury. Some stuff.
Yeah, if you remember the Billy Calyx %.
Oh yeah,
it twisted my knee kind of, which is great.
So I'll be joined by Argic. Argic will do the. Argic will do
I found a lovely Scotsman who's willing to fill in for me. Get that met.
He was like, I'm just going to go and happily watch a Bowie run. It's like, well, you're in it now, mate. Okay, so yeah, I think we're at just under 200 from 2,000. So if we can get that met, you got 40 minutes. It's a bit of a stretch, but I believe in you. It'll be really awesome if you can. As I said, I'll do my best. So let's just get started and go into it. It's a very fast-paced run, and yeah, we're just going to crack on. So let's get that timer going in 3, 2, 1, go. So as I said, very fast-paced run. This game on the original PSP is about 5-6 hours long, but because of cutscene skipping, this is really fast.
Yeah,
it's about as you see about an hour and a half, really, roughly. Nice start.
Nice forward.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get as close as I can to the end of this corridor, so I can get closer Firagas on these remaining soldiers. This is basically like this is a simple tutorial, and narratively it's just Zack in training mode right now. He's not actually on this mission, but he's doing some VR. But yeah, it's just going to give us some basic stuff. We've got really powerful spells that we're using, like really cheap Firagas.
And 30 seconds in, we have the first boss fight immediately. We have the lovely Behemoth. Bowie's going to go right behind him.
Oh, wow. That was a very early tail from him, but that's fine. Okay, I'm going to get all these tutorials whenever the DMW happens.
Yeah.
I should talk about the DMW being a thing. I'm pressing the wrong button.
Get there.
So the DMW on the top left is like a spinning set of slots, and that's basically like our power-up system and our support system. There's a bunch of numbers from 1 to 7, and they can all give us different abilities. But also you get characters' faces that are going to be appearing as well. And on what all of these do is give us different special skills, and also give us power-ups like our MP usage being 0, or our AP cost being 0. That's very nice for another spin. What a guy! There we go.
There you go.
The Behemoth is a really weird encounter. Every enemy that you fight in this game, if you hit them from behind, you crit them. But the Behemoth can sometimes just, whenever he wants to, like hit you with his tail. You should be able to get a full combo into an end-to-end Assault Twister, then a Firaga, and then Guard. But he can just sometimes do it a bit early, like you saw there. So it was a bit annoying. But it's part of the of that opening fight. So we're going to now get into the actual proper like meat and bones of the game. Zack here is a soldier second class. He's been in Soul Soldier for a while. He is kind of like directly working underneath Angel. There. No, please. Yeah.
There's a lot of menus here, back to back, and as you can see, like there's a lot of difference between. Okay, this is a cutscene skip. These are just 2 buttons I need to press, and now he's doing a few more, and that's a cutscene again, and now he can keep on going. He's going to the save state here, and immediately getting another tutorial for missions.
Only.
And now we get combat.
Yeah, so because this is based on a PSP game, it has a lot of kind of padding in terms of content by using these missions. There are 300 missions in this game. There is a lot, but we are going to be doing a few of these. Some of them are story-based, like this one having to be done properly, and then there is also a few that we're going to be doing just optionally, but because they give us very powerful items that we want to use. Every single mission you get a reward from. So this first one here is an elixir. Very nice. So obviously a powerful item that restores all of your attributes.
Not that we're using for it.
No, not right now anyway. No. Yeah, it's going to be. We'll have a look at elixirs a bit later. We're now being told that this pod here, number 6, is a way that we can get new accessories, and you get an accessory every now and then. Why am I not skipping this? One thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to just be really greedy, and I'm going to keep checking this.
Bowie, what are you doing? Console's being very clear. You can only get 1 thing per chapter.
No, I know, but I'm doing a speedrun. Please, can I just check some?
You really want to look into every.
Honestly, look. If you look enough times, you're going to find something new. You know when you go to the fridge.
Yeah,
and you look inside, and then you close it again, then you look in there again.
Come back again.
It's going to be like that.
Yeah.
Like if you just look hard enough and
there might be food at the end of
there might be food at the end of the tunnel. Yeah.
is sweeping like all the sauces to the side, and like
yeah.
there might be that one jar that you want.
Oh,
and
there's
there
the cursed ring, yeah. So if you in this opening chapter, if you check that that pod 20 times, Kunsel goes, "Oh, for fine, like just take it," and he gives you a cursed ring. What the curse ring does is it gives you +10 to every single stat, but it curses you, and curse prevents the DMW from spinning. Now, this means that I'm not going to get any level ups, any upgrades to my materia, or any bonuses or anything like that. No support from teammates, but it does mean that I get 10 plus to every stat, and it means I'm now very, very powerful. And stats in this game at the beginning are very low, so we go from like 17 to 27, which is a lot of extra damage happening in the early game.
Yeah, you see it going over the course of the game. Like the attack stat is obviously the most important one that we're looking for here, and everything in the game and every route that we take is all going towards like getting as much attack as possible. And the curse ring is a very good +10 boost that we can get at the beginning of it.
Yeah, and it is the difference between it takes like 40 seconds or so to get the cursed ring, but like not getting it, you lose like a minute and a half in this first chapter. It's insane.
This is a very cool fight that we're about to see. We're seeing the Wu-tai Fortress fight. There's a lot of enemies coming in, and these multiple rounds of like enemies just popping in from everywhere. He's picking the right side here, cleaning up the Sergeant. The Wu-tai Privates go down fairly easily, and they come from the back as well. So you basically see Bowie just take a circle approach to this fight to make sure that you grab most of the spawns as they come in, if they play along nicely. And you can basically see them grabbing everything going on and slowly but steadily taking care of every single wave as it pops in. There's also a few that are on the wall, but they don't really do much over the course of this fight, so we just wait until the end to deal with them. Yeah,
they just kind of like fire at you, doing pretty much nothing.
And they don't stagger you, which is basically the most important thing that we have to deal with.
Yeah, they just deal like some damage here and there. That's annoying. There we go.
Yeah.
Round 2. Okay, there we go.
There we go. A few blizzards to get rid of those on top. And there you go.
The good thing about Blizzard is it has like infinite range. You can just do it from anywhere, so it's a super powerful spell.
Yeah, it's the only spell that we have that doesn't have to travel either, so it just pops up in front of any enemy anywhere. This is a very cool section. We're now infiltrating the fortress. That means we have a bunch of fights that we can do, and Bowie's going to show off like how precise the combat in this game actually can be, because we're going to see him walk into a few enemies here, and he's going to use the combat screen to get ahead and try and actually move himself to the end of the combat zone whilst fighting these. You can see him dodge here while casting 2 blizzards, and like those 2 dodges, those matter over the course of the run. That's like the seconds that you're gaining with every single fight.
I'm going to do a 1-2 a Salt Twister here. To notice that you can see those numbers going orange. In this game, because obviously they have changed the mechanics up a little bit compared to the original. So obviously they wanted to make it a bit more in line with Remake, yeah. So what they've changed is that whenever you do a 1-hit or a 2-hit combo, then it goes. You can do like 4 hits. Anything from the 2 to 3 to 2 to 4 hit combo. When you then channel that into a physical attack like a Salt Twister, you gain a damage bonus based on how far into that combo you go. So using like 1-2 and then getting your spin follow-ups allow you to like properly deal a nice chunk of extra damage.
There you can see Bowie just basically just walking to the edge of the combat zone and all getting rid of that. The orange numbers that you see like are the damage bonus. If you stack that with getting back attacks on enemies, the damage goes up significantly. So you have a lot of extra damage that you can pull. So your movement and your placement on the battle zone is very important, as well as the enemy AI.
Yeah, and knowing when you can cancel is also skip cutscenes is really important. You can do it at various moments. You can skip a lot of stuff from doing it. A big part of this game as well is kind of like knowing your movement ahead of time, if that makes sense. So a lot of the time, I know how every encounter is going to start, and I know how I can basically set up my opening movement to get exactly what I want. So obviously, you may not be able to see it on the camera, but what I'm doing with the controller is obviously like holding directions and holding camera angle swap changes, so that when I go into combat, I'm instantly getting the exact position and angle I want. So I'm going to do a couple of tricky little encounter skips here. In this game, encounters can be skipped entirely by staying outside of the middle of areas, essentially. And then that one there's got a very, very tight like line to get through the very, very center to get that skip. But yeah, essentially, if you just stay out of the middle, you're going to like skip encounters.
Yeah, so
apart from here.
So if you see Bowie like walking into a wall, that's on purpose. That's not Bowie's controller acting up,
or me being really, really dumb. Yeah. So we're coming up to the Vaharaja twins, and this is a really, really tight fight. I used to do a different setup. I'm just going to go for the basic, simple setup. It's not as optimal, but I can't remember my personal setup. It's been a while. But yeah. I'm going to do a full combo here and then go into an Assault Twister. And then the Assault Twister will stagger the enemy as well, and then I can do another Assault Twister.
Yeah,
and then here we are into the meat of the fight.
Yeah, you can see that he had the twins were activating an ability there. It doesn't matter exactly where you are. When you activate the ability, they're going to be... Everything you do is a crit at that point. So you can stand in front of them and just hit them for full damage. But being behind them at the beginning of the fight for the setup means that you can get the Assault Twister in at the end of the full combo and get another pair of extra crits off. Plus the orange.
Yeah, like, very nice, very nice.
Ooh, going really well.
Okay. Nice.
That was a very clean fight. Getting sub 10 on this is always a very good moment.
Right, so coming up, I'm going to be having a next boss fight. I've got like a small fight next, but I'm going to have my first kind of like boss fight of the early game, which is Ifrit. And Ifrit is a kind of solved fight in a way. He will always do certain things based on how you attack and how you deal damage. So I'm going to try and get this right and do exactly like a setup. I'm going to do an older setup. There are loads of new strats coming out for this fight all the time. But in general, what I'm going to be trying to do is one that will allow me to kind of hit different phases. He does different things based on his phase. So let me just focus on this, and I'll make sure I get this right, and then we can talk about it afterwards, I guess.
Yeah, it is his focus time here. He's going to do a quick menu to set himself up for it, and then the Ifrit fight is going to start. If it goes well, you'll see it.
2 Blade, 2 Blizzard, 2 Blizzard. So 1, 2, Blizzard Blade. 1, 2, Blizzard. 1, 2, Blizzard times 3. I'm going to get hit here. 1 Blizzard. 1, 2, 3, 4 Blizzard Blade. There's the hit, Blizzards, and then there's a Blizzard hit as well to get the stun in, and then it's going to be Blizzards. Here we go. So now we're into the final phase where it's just I'm going to be alternating these. I'm evading the kicks by moving back and getting enough hits to get the stuns in where they matter. And that should be the fight.
And that is why Crisis Core is an amazing speedrun. That was pure technical skill to get Ifrit done. That was amazing. Very good job. That was
It's a really, really nice fight when it goes well. There are a variety of different setups, and there's a variety of different things based on ability and how you want to approach it. But what's really cool about this game is that it's so open for like learning and open for like finding different ways of playing it and playing to your style and your preferences. So, for example, I'm actually not going to be running the fastest route that we have right now in this game. There are 2 routes that kind of like happened in the early kind of part of routing. One was called Vital Slash, and one is called High Jump. And I'm going to be running Vital Slash because I just prefer I just prefer the routes personally. Just one of those things.
Yeah, the high jump route is the one that's more preferred because it's faster at the moment. But Vital Slash, and we talked about this before as well. Vital Slash is a very interesting route where you're leaning a lot more on your technical capabilities of learning the specific element of blades and finding the right weak spots for enemies. And it creates a very unique stance. And Bowie here like made it a point to get the sub 120 on that route.
Yeah. It was just one of those like those personal goals that I really wanted to push because I just saw the potential for it. Yeah. I knew that other runners had done it before high jump came out, and so I kind of focused on getting that. These enemies are the worst in the game. They run away in horrible ways, and like they just don't get staggered. So it's like they suck.
As an FF1 runner, I call these jerkbirds because they're the same in my opinion. They're awful.
Yeah, I thought you were wearing the jerkbird. Shirt, but you weren't. It's the Moogle one.
I like the Moogle. I don't have a Jerkbird shirt. I don't want to be confronted with that.
Fair enough. Right,
that's
so
another encounter skip right there. Like hugging the wall, so good.
So this is the guard spider. Now this fight we're going to open up with 4 thunders, and now I'll either get hit by the cannon or not. And I don't want to get hit by it, but it depends on how early he attacks. These enemies have very similar move sets. Got it. Nice. 1. I'm going to get hit by that one, which is fine. Wow, dude.
Yeah, some enemies, like there's a few discrepancies here and there. One very cool thing, you saw him do the spiderweb attack where he just spins around.
Good fight.
The hitbox actually doesn't change during it, so you can roll underneath him, and you're looking straight at its face, but the hitbox still counts it as if you're behind him, so you get all that crit damage in there, which is really good.
It's very important because the way it works is they jump up and they spin up in the air, so you have to wait until you see them spin in the air and then roll through.
Right. I still believe we can skip this combat. I still believe. I have hope.
These things are huge. Like the helicopters. I personally haven't found it. I keep trying as well.
Yeah.
I'm just like
every time.
I do believe, but
That's it's such a weird encounter. Like, you can see that you can easily just run away from any random encounter there, but all the encounters have specific encounter zones, and trying to get away from them and trying to avoid them is a very big part of it. That is an encounter that we desperately want to skip because it just feels weird to have that one. Just the one there.
Just as like a bit of story stuff, this is Angeal's house. So we've gone to Banora, where you know, Angeal and Genesis grew up. And Angeal and Genesis are two of the soldier operatives. Can we not maybe not get hit?
This fight has a specific setup, and it works 90% of the time. But
yeah, I don't think I've ever actually seen it miss. I didn't know. I don't know why I missed there. It could have been I hesitated. I don't know. That was really odd though. Yeah. But yeah, you should be able to do a 1-2 assault twister cancel, and then do a raw assault twister, and it should kill too. But yeah, obviously as you can see, I can escape from everything too. Yeah. I'm generally going to be escaping from fights that I don't want to take if I do get them, but I generally shouldn't be getting any extra encounters that aren't like mandatory almost. Yeah. You'll see that in chapter 3 when we have to go through the Marco reactor, because there's a lot of encounters.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of encounters there that we're gonna have to take anyway. The encounter hitboxes there are like very tight. You can't avoid them. This, however, is all.
Nice.
There we go.
So that's
that was
RNG.
On the edge.
Yeah, that was super nice. Yeah, that's RNG. So the two on the left generally die, but the one on the right might just like stay out of the fight. But he came in after the second assault twister and then got hit by it as well. So that was super nice.
That was a super one. Yeah, a lot of the fights that the community has been trying to figure out, like, how can we make this as consistent as possible? This is not one of them. This is a very hard fight. There are some bigger encounter rooms here, than especially this one. There's some more spawns coming in over the course of this fight. They're just trying to manage them as quickly as possible. You have the assassins here. They're also very non-susceptible to getting staggered, and as you can see, even though Bowie's just attacking them, they're just relentless, and they just keep on going and going, and it makes the fight sometimes very, very awful to deal with.
Just come back, lads. Just stop running away all the time, and then not getting staggered when I come in. Yeah, of course. They suck. these are the worst enemies in the game. I swear.
By far. Yeah, all the other fights, like if you can see the Ifrit fight, it just happened. Like it is such a technical fight, but because it's a solvable fight, we can deal with it and we can learn from it and we can try and improve it. Those particular enemies, the assassins, you cannot improve upon them. They can just do whatever they want, and especially with multiple ones on the screen. Sometimes they just run in circles, and you can. It's a chicken game at that point.
It is kind of annoying. In terms of we were here in Banora. We wanted to go and check some stuff, but so the whole part of this game obviously is that this is about Zack gaining the Buster Sword, and somehow the Buster Sword ends up in Cloud's hand before the beginning of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Now this game again, as it is a PSP game, has a bunch of randomly fun side content. We're gonna get our first mini game.
Mini game. Always love mini games.
Yeah.
It's like Mario Party.
Yeah.
But then not.
So in this one, we have to slice rockets being fired at us and cut them in half and get gil. So if you get all 10, you get 1,000 gil plus 500 for being perfect. Yeah. So I'm going to try my best to be perfect. Bongo.
Very nice. Yeah. All right.
Ooh.
This is a very tight window, so Bo's in focus mode right now, and he's just doing great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
You're great.
Thank you. So are you.
You're wonderful.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar. There you go.
Excelente. Marvelous. Amazing.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh. This is a time save.
Yeah.
Of 1 second or 2. So if you actually get all 10, it's like, well done, you did it all, and you're amazing. You did everything perfectly, and it's like more text and stuff to skip.
That cutscene is awful.
Yeah.
Because every cutscene, like you see us skipping a ton of cutscenes, that specific cutscene, until he picks up his phone, you can't skip it.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of cutscenes that have like a bit of delay until you can actually do it, and that's one of those weird ones. It's just like, you don't get to do anything.
I figure it's about the voice lines. Like the voice lines have to be able to start. Until the voice lines start up, it's not able to be skipped.
Okay, so Bahamut, and I'm going to open with an AT. There we go. I'm going to be doing guard strats here. So
I do love guard strats though. Okay, so like we have squats coming up soon, and I told everyone like because of the Calyx accident, my right knee is shot. That's the right knee that Bowie is targeting here as well.
Sorry about sorry. That was really weird. He did a second slam really early.
Like really fast.
Really early. Yeah. I didn't do my AT there. Oh well.
This is also one of those technical fights, but as Bowie just explained, like there's a few things the bosses can do in a different fashion. And
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this now. Cause I feel he's gonna do that.
Yeah, he did it again. There we go. Also, we're still like level 6. That is the starting level of Zack here in Crisis Core because we had the curse ring equipped. So we don't have any stat boosts from levels or anything going on. So we are in pretty weak at this point, but because of the curse ring bonus, we're doing good. There we can see Bowie like getting the ability power, setting himself up to make sure that we do not get Mega Flared. Although the cutscene's very cool, so do watch that. But not here. We're trying to go fast. Moment has a few tricks up its sleeve. He's doing the laser orbs now. It's a very obnoxious fight, but there's the second ability. That means Bowie is going to be able to set himself up for another Assault Twister and finish the fight very fast. Well done.
Yeah.
You got the Force Blades there.
Yeah. It was kind of annoying that he decided to do that early slam. I should have just gone for the 2, but I just didn't. My HP was low enough that I should have been. Like, saved,
you should have been fine there. But like, there's a few discrepancies there that that the bosses can do. Specifically, Bahamut. He can also fly to the backside and just be dallying and like on the backside. And you have to use Blizzard to do damage at him.
Yeah. So the fact that I got a fly away kill is completely good. So now we finished chapter 2. This is a really cool moment where Zack is finally going to be promoted to Soldier First Class, so I should go and promote myself.
Yeah. You promote yourself here. There we go.
There we go.
You're faster than Zack though. Like now Zack's done.
Yeah, so we now equip a nice black soldier uniform, which is the mark of a Soldier First. Yeah, so whilst I'm going to be doing this stuff, I'm going to be going to grab like a few items and some side quests. If we have anything to be red set, now's a fantastic time, dude.
Yeah.
Perfect. We have $5 from Corny Cecile Morty saying, a bit of a stretch for the squats, you say? Well, I better stretch then. Indeed, it is a bit of a stretch. We're like halfway there and still a good way to go for the incentive. So please, everybody, don't wait to donate for that if you want to see the squats. Let's bring them donations in.
Yeah, Bowie's going to do it whilst actually using the controller to do it in-game as well. So he's doing the double squat if you get it.
Okay, so here we got a big menu. So what I'm going to do is I'm first off going to buy 11 sailors, why not? Now I'm going to go and do an equipment. I'm going to equip the power attack, and then I'm going to go into Materia Fusion, because this is what we've just gained the ability to do. So I'm going to upgrade Blizzard Blade into Blizzara Blade. I'm going to upgrade the Blank Fire into HP Plus to get Barrier with 8 HP 20%. The Assault Twister, sorry, no, not the Assault Twister. The Blizzara Blade with the other fire to get Thundara Blade.
That's something that we only encountered yesterday, where you have multiple levels. So let me explain a little bit of Materia leveling, because Bo's doing side missions right now to grab a few extra items. You can level up Materia, and if you level up Materia, you can have the option to gain stat. And there are blank Materias that we use a lot to be able to fuse into different types of Materia. Knowing specific setups for it means that we can grab a ton of very powerful Materia early on in the game, like the Thundara Blade that we have right now. Very
Sick fight, yeah. So I'm targeting the helicopter behind because, or the heligunner behind, because it means that you target on them on that one, so you have a better chance of hitting both of them. If you target the one in front, you're not going to hit the one behind as much. Yeah. It's harder to angle, so that was really nice.
That was very nice.
I think to note as well about the stats that Materia gain is that every type of Materia has a natural stat gain when you level them up. So we need to try and fight against those stat gain, all those natural stat gains where possible. So that's why having a blank fire was really important for me. Yeah. So I could fuse it with 8 HP plus to get Barrier with HP bonuses.
Exactly. So we use the HP plus Materia on top of the Barrier there to make sure that we have something that can get us some more HP later down the line. Because as you can see, we're still level 6. We still have the curse ring equipped. That doesn't mean we're not getting XP, though.
Yes, leveling up is, of course, done by the DMW, by getting 777 on the DMW, but it is influenced by experience, which is an invisible value. So even though I'm doing this and gaining experience and not leveling up, when I do unequip the curse ring, which is happening after this mission here, I will suddenly just get a slew of levels that will happen a lot more consistently than you think. It's kind of impressive how the game keeps track of that. But yeah, so the reason I'm doing these side missions is to get some important equipment. Yeah. First off, I grabbed an elixir in that previous mission from a chest. That's going to be sold for 3,000 gil. I'm also going to be picking up this chest here, which is a power wrist, and completing this mission gives me diamond gloves. And the power wrist is attack plus 10, Diamond Gloves is attack and magic plus 10. And that will give me the magic, that will give me the attack I want. Can I please target the right enemy, please? Thank you.
There we go.
This fight can just kill you if it
Yeah.
wants. Sometimes
Most of the fights, especially in the optional missions, can like outright kill you if you're not paying attention. That spin attack is very dangerous. It will one-shot you if you get hit by it. It's also a very nice thing that you get stun locked by it. But as Bowie's saying, we just picked up the power wrist. We're gonna get the diamond gloves now, and that gives us 2 pieces of equipment, which both have attack plus 10. So we're basically removing the curse ring. We're losing the bonus on our defenses, but just don't get hit.
Yeah, just don't get hit. Yeah. And obviously we're gonna start leveling up again now, and hopefully I see levels on particular materia, because not only do you get obviously you get your stats when materia level up, but the natural star level of a materia also increases the general output it does. So even if power attack levels up and gets attack plus 1, and I get attack plus 3 from other means, I'm still going to be getting it's still going to be good because power attack will be an inherently stronger materia for it. Excuse me.
Yeah,
kind of hard to get that all out whilst doing that fight.
So there's another hard fight coming up here. Like the more technical fights are the bosses and are like the 1 and 2 encounters. When you got these waves coming in, Shinra's under attack right now, and Bowie's here just going to take care of it. We have a bunch of sweepers here. We have a bunch of Avengers here, which are the upgraded assassins from earlier. Still very much jerkbirds, nonetheless. And they're just going to pop on in over here, and you want to try and keep them to the center. You don't want them to move about and move too far out of their range, because otherwise, wow, I've not seen it in a long time, that cutscene.
So there's Thunder level up. That's not good.
Nope.
The reason I say it's not good is because I do want to. I actually need to use the Soma here.
Yeah, there we go. Some safety strats there. Like as Bowie was saying earlier, like if they level up, there's level 7 by the way. First level of the game. We're 25 minutes in and you leveled up. Good job, Bowie.
I'm very proud of me.
Doing very well. So, like these sweepers, like if you can get them towards the entrance and they stick around for a little bit, you can like multi-hit them and they'll get staggered, especially by the Banora blade, and it becomes an easy fight. But out of your control, it can just like very much escalate. And if one of them walks off and hits you, like at that point, you're just recovering and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Still, like very nice recovery.
Yeah, it went okay. It was the sweepers can like if they stagger their auto attacks enough, they can just chain you to death from full HP. It's pretty filthy. Yeah. So we meet some Turks. They run away because we're trying to chase down Genesis, who is like attacking Shinra, and you know all of the Turks are being like, oh yeah, we're all good. This is our mission. Yeah. And when we meet Sisney, another Turk who doesn't exist in 7.
No, we don't know her name yet.
No, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so first of all, we're going to fight another Genesis copy.
This is a hard boss to do.
It is. Yeah.
But we found a setup fairly recently for it for G-Razor. He has a tendency to do the guns, and some of the bosses. You're gonna.
Oh wow. Okay, sure.
Fine. Well, you got no IP, so you can keep on going for a little bit. So the upcoming bosses that we're gonna see, you're gonna see them use the abilities, and you're gonna see them more consistently, and you're gonna see Bowie abuse that. When they're on 2/3 and 1/3 of their HP, they're gonna use their ability to actually show off like that.
Good fight.
He's not dead. He's not dead.
Oh,
just
you
one bit.
bugger! That was a good hit.
That was a very good hit.
That was a full 5. Okay, so Genesis went down. We get a new shop from Sisney here, and I'm actually going to be using this shop right now. If I might want to just quickly focus on this fight on this menu, so give me a moment.
This is a very hard menu, so we're going to let Bowie focus for a bit.
Right, so I'm going to sell my elixirs here. That should be everything that I need. And I'm going to buy, is it? Yeah, no, yeah.
Just the one.
No, it's 2 of these. Two of these.
Now, yeah.
One of these, and then 6 of these. Which sounds like a lot, but I'm going to do a bunch of Materia Fusion now. So I'm going to equip the Empty Barrier. Now, Materia Fusion, I'm going to go down to Power Attack. I'm going to fuse that with a Libra. Libra has built-in attacks. When you fuse it, you get attack +2 on a bunch of stuff. And we obviously want to get that onto all of our things to increase our attack as much as possible, just to get like +10 attack power. So I'm going to go up to this Blizzard for Blizzara Blade. That's how I get that Blizzara Blade there. And then we're going to go to Thundara Blade and fuse that with a Blizzard for Fira Blade. I can't change the mag on that one. So I've got Fira and Blizzara Blade. And then I'm going to go for my Empty Blizzard. I'm going to equip a Libra for that. And then I'm going to use I have to use another Thunder that I don't have because my Thunder leveled up, so it gained magic, and now I can't get mag, so I have to change my equipment in just a bit. And then the final barrier at them that is blank will also have attack +2. I'm going to have to re-equip my Thunder though, just because of that thing. So Thunder will become that Thunder. There we go. Good.
Yeah, good stuff. Like Materia level up is very nice when it gets stat bonuses, but like as we stated earlier, they have an inherent like stat bonus that they have, and obviously Magic Materia give you magic bonus. We don't want magic. We want attack.
Yeah, so we got Fear Blade just to deal with these Sahajin. They die obviously very quickly to fire. I'm going to be running through the Marco reactor and evading a bunch of encounters. If there's any things there that you would like to read out or mention, then go ahead, my dude.
There is. We do have $5 from one of the best chat moderators, Becky-chan, saying, I finished Crisis Core Reunion just last weekend, and since I've never played the original, I was not prepared for the ending. Thankfully, all cutscenes are skipped in the speedrun. Save my feels. Thank you so much. This also goes towards the squad's incentive, and remember, it's almost there, so please do not wait any longer if you want to see the squads being done.
Yeah, like, I've played this game a bunch of times. I played the original one, and when it was a few days before release, you shared something on social media, and it was like, it had the song, and I was like, I was just bawling. I was like, I was not prepared for it. You hit me hard with that one.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I'm not afraid to admit that at the end of the game, like, you'll cry. Like, it's a very, very, very good moment.
There was a bunch of like influencer packages that went out, and there was like a box on it saying, "Do not open until the end." And everyone was like, "What's in the end?" It was just a box of tissues. Like, Square Enix knew, dude. It was so mean.
Yeah, they're very well aware.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like we're basically skipping most of the game, and we're showing off the technicality with Crisis Core. And considering it's not even that old of a game, like, you can see how much the speedrun has developed in just a few months of time. A lot of people jumped on this. There was a lot of community members that just went ham on this game to be able to develop it into also different categories and everything going on. But casually, this is an amazing game to pick up and play. The main story isn't even that long, but it's very good.
Yeah, there's a lot of like extra detail given to the story of Zack, obviously, so that you know exactly why it's important. You know how Cloud ends up with the Buster Sword and why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very important stuff, I think. And I think this game Reunion as well. I mean, I guess it's a bit of a spoiler, but I don't think it matters too much. Is that this is not narratively, it's not changed much from the original.
No.
The mechanics are all changed to be in line with the 7 remake universe. But again, the narrative is exactly what it is. And my belief for this is that if you know anything about how remake is, you know, kind of like playing around with the story, this is important information to know. They can't afford to change this, but it's important to know this when playing remake.
Yeah, and because the PSP was the only accessible form of actually getting information and playing this game at first, seeing this remake here on the PS5 as well means that you can play through the original story that we got on the PlayStation Portable, and it's a really interesting story to see. There's a lot of backlog information that you're getting that'll be crucial, like, if you want to experience the rest of the story properly. We also have the DLC for Remake coming up later in the week as well during this marathon.
Oh, we do indeed. Yeah, we do. I'm also going to say it now because everyone's going to hate me for it, but I'm just going to get it out of the way. I love Caleb Pierce as Zack. I think he does a fantastic job. I'm just going to say he does a brilliant job.
He does a brilliant job at it.
Like I love Rick Gomez. I think Rick Gomez is brilliant, but Caleb is my Zack. I have to say it.
All right, we're going to get an encounter here that we have to take, sadly. We almost caught Hollander, but of course the game just doesn't want to make it that too easy. But there's a chest there in the back that is going to have an ability that these Sahagin have been keeping using on us the entire time here. Yeah,
this is jump, and again, the high jump route will upgrade this to make this even stronger. It is a nuts good move.
Yeah, for some reason, the jump abilities, and like mostly the attack abilities in this particular game are just incredibly overpowered. It's also due to another new mechanic that we're going to get a little bit later, but you can stack damage very, very fast here.
My Fear Blade needs to go back to Thundara.
Yeah. And now you got Blizzara and a Thundara Blade to deal with the upcoming boss fight.
Yeah, so we've got 3 mechs to fight. We've got one that's weak to ice, one that's weak to thunder, and then one that's weak to nothing. So we have to kind of like manage the damage. There is also a rare drop that I can get from one of them. It's not that rare, but like, you know.
I rarely get it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I get it most runs, I feel.
No,
Oh, now I get invincible. Cheers.
Yeah, now you get invincible. Of course you do. There you go. Good stuff. It means you don't get staggered anymore, so that is the double 7.
Power wrist. We got it.
what? Nice. Good time save.
So the power wrist, yeah, it is a time save, basically. If we get it now, we don't have to re-equip the curse ring. If you don't get that, you need to pick up a power wrist later on, but in order to keep up the stats, you need to equip the curse ring.
Yeah.
But because I have it, I don't need to.
You also got level 10 there, which is really good.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Well, we were just going to be starting the next chapter. We're going to finally meet Aerith. But Zet, I believe we have something to say here. Big stuff.
That is correct. Kamikaze28 has sent $50 saying, "Don't skip leg day," and with that puts that towards the squats incentive, which now is at $250 out of 2,000. So it's almost there. So
it's gonna be an arm day at this point. Like,
this is the last chapter for it. Go.
Go. Let's go. All right.
So I'm now going to do 2 more side quests that we can do, and these ones are very important. They're going to give us very powerful upgrades. This one is item fusion when it comes to materia, so you can add items to your materia fusion. You'll see why we do that immediately.
Yeah.
The second item I'm going to get is the keychain, and what the keychain does is allow us to equip a 3rd accessory. There is a 4th accessory slot, but we don't need it. So we're going to get that 3rd accessory slot to equip the extra power wrist that we've got, and that is going to make us be like a baller shot caller, I guess, to explain to describe us.
That's indeed true. So yeah, like the 4th accessory slot is just like way too many missions deep into the side quests in order to make it worth a while. But the first one is a very easy pickup because you unlock these missions like as you enter this chapter, and you want this one anyway, and the one after that immediately gets you that 3rd one. So it's a very nice like back-to-back mission that gets you a lot of extra value for it. It makes the rest of the run a lot more consistent and a lot more fast.
Yeah. So finding early powerful materia is like a big part of the routing that we've been doing, and this is why the item fusion is really important. Yeah. We're going to be able to like put items and accessories and other things into the materia fusion, and this is where the Vital Slash and high jump route can start.
Yeah.
So I'm going to create Vital Slash by using accessories and materia fusions, where you can also we only need to use 2 accessories. To get Vital Slash. High Jump requires 4 accessories, and that's why there's a big difference in the money routing of the 2 routes. I'm going to run around the back here so I can start with crits.
I do the same thing. Like the Arachno fight can go wild very fast, so getting a good like back crit on him is just going to be very helpful. And honestly, like as what he's stating, like you have a lot of like accessories that you can add to materia. It's a very interesting thing that in Crisis Core, once you learn more about the game and how you can actually use the materia fusion and the item fusion on top of the materia, you can create some very funky materia very fast. You can go way past damage limits, you can do all sorts of things, and you can make entirely different builds in this game just as you go along, and you can try out almost 100 different materia at that point. But learning those things means you got to spend more time in the game, and that means that like casually you're just experimenting and you're creating like Fyra and then into Fyraga.
Yeah.
We, however, just go like take an immediate left turn into like a Vital Slash here.
Yeah, so I'm going to make power attack here. I'm going to fuse it with a cure. I'm going to give it 2 star pendants and Bosch Vital Slash.
Incredible.
So Vital Slash is the same kind of action as power attack, but it's a guaranteed critical. So even when I'm not having to deal with ability bars, which give me guaranteed crits, I can crit. And this is just one of those things where, I mean, if you can optimize high jump, it's going to be faster, obviously. But it's just one of those things where I prefer this, so I can always get my crits out. I'm going to run to the left here. Or I'm not. Oh, no, I still got it. Okay.
Oh, nice. It's
Blizzard,
a very wide swing, that Blizzard.
Blizzara Blade can just one-shot that, which is super nice. High jump can too, but Blizzara Blade can as well. And that positioning is really important to know to be able to do that, so you don't lose time over high jump. It is a little bit of time loss because you have to move to the left first. But it's these kinds of things that make, for me, the Vital Slash route really fun, because there's like little tiny bits of positioning nuance that you need to have over just going high jump.
I like doing that though. Like,
Yeah, to be fair.
it's a very good meme.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's wonderful to go against like basically the next 20 minutes of the run if you have high jump.
Yeah.
This becomes like, oh, I enter an encounter. I press 2 buttons and then I can walk along.
Yeah, L1 triangle, L1
Exactly.
triangle, good fight. L1 triangle, wonderful fight. Honestly, that's what speedrunning's about, right?
Yeah.
Speedrunning's about choosing how you want to play and having fun with it, but also the fact that you can have fun by being overpowered. You can have fun by being technical. It's entirely up to you. And I think, I have tried the high jump route once, and it is a fun route. But I just think that this one for me has a little bit more overall like stuff.
Yeah, you get a more personal enjoyment out of it, and that is the most important part in speedrunning. It's like trying to set your own goals, finding a route that just suits you, not just jumping on everything that like you see the community do, but just enjoying the game as a whole.
So what happened here is we went into this little market and our wallet got stolen by a kid, and then so we're going to try and get that wallet back.
We want to get the wallet back, but that kid is rude, man.
Rude, yeah. He is really rather annoying.
yeah.
Because no matter how much money you have, you're like, don't worry, I'll buy the medicine for your grandfather for you. And the kid's like, yeah, but you got no money. And it's like, excuse me, I am a soldier first class, bro.
Yeah, but you're broke at this point.
Yeah. I mean, because as a speedrunner, yeah.
As a speedrunner, you're broke, but like it doesn't matter if you like grind it out every mission and you have millions of gil in the bank. That kid's like, this is nothing. My mother has worn her wallet. So get her wallet back from these worms.
And that was the fast fight that I was talking about the other day and didn't do yesterday.
Yeah, that was very nice.
So yeah, again, high jump would just be able to take that out. But,
it's a 2-hit on high jump.
Ooh, not so smart now, are you, high jump?
It's a very fun route to do, honestly. Yeah, but the same can be said about Vital Slash. I personally think that Vital Slash is a better way to start like learning this game. By the way, learning this game, if you pick up like the speedrun or are interested in it, it is very easy to get a sub 2 in this game, which for an RPG is relatively short.
Yeah. Yeah, I just came from the back of commentating 7 hours and running 6.
Running 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
You already have 13 hours of RPGs under your belt, and this is basically like the home stretch of this.
Yeah. This is the final boss.
This is the cooling down, you would consider.
Yeah, and I think that this game's really good for learning it as well because everything about it is so like tactile. It's a really clean like input experience. Everything is very responsive and very like simple to understand. So.
Oh yeah, so we give the kid her the wallet back, and the one thing he does like, ew, it's slimy. He's like, yeah, we got your wallet back, kid. What else do you want?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just an ungrateful kid.
Yeah.
So this highway is really tricky to get right. I'm going to be using full combos here and then jumping to get the kill. That one ran away, though. That sucks.
Yeah, these guys can get cheeky. Again, they're another new form of the assassin of jerkbirds.
Yeah. Okay, so this one's interesting.
I do love this one, though.
3, 4, 5.
Oh.
Should reach.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I used the wrong one. I used Lazara. Whoops.
That was very nice, though.
No AP cost means I can just spam Thundara Blade. So this is why I brought in Blazara and Thundara, is because I want to make sure that I'm covering all the elements I need to cover. Yeah. Now here, high jump could just end this, but again, I have to do a full jump combo, change my camera angle, and I missed one. Sometimes they just run away like that. It happens. Yeah. But well, what can you do, I guess? And now the final fight of the highway. After this fight, we're going to be having Bahamut Fury, which is when the incentive will be cut off.
Yeah.
You kicked.
Twin kicked. And you dodged.
There we go. Silence.
Oh, you didn't get it. You didn't get stunned there because of the second twin kick miss. That's very nice.
Yeah, it was okay.
Was very good. And that was a level at the end as well, I think.
Oh yeah.
No, it was Thunder.
Oh yeah, but okay, so Thunder leveling up. Whilst I do have an attack +2 on my Thunder now, it won't actually gain Thunder.
Yeah.
Because Thunder is not the natural stat gain it gets, and we've forced a different stat onto it. Leveling up will not increase that. It only increases its own natural stat. So in order to increase that further, we have to do more fusion, and then use items to force the stat up.
Yeah.
The way that stat growth works is that it chooses the higher one will stay, and the lower one will have half of its stat added. So if you have a 4 and a 2, it'll become 5, because 2 divided by 1 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Yeah.
So you saw the Bahamut fight, and you saw how technical Ifrit and Bahamut was. Now we're going to have the next tier up. It's going to be a very massive, big fight. It's going to take a long time here. So don't you worry about it. It's going to be a very beauty to see. Welcome to Bahamut Fury. So we charge into him.
Oh, he did.
He did it slowly.
I should have done the other one, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Bahamut Fury here, he has a few nasty attacks up his sleeve, but we have jump here, so we can dodge a few of them, and we can just like take care of the rest of it. And that's
it's a close fight. Close fight.
Yeah, very close.
Ooh.
Ooh. That took like a whole 20 seconds.
Yeah, Vital. This is the thing. He never uses abilities in
Yeah.
this fight. So the Vital Slash I should have skipped earlier. You actually lose 10 seconds by like not mashing earlier.
Yeah.
Because like there's like a bit where if you can catch that cutscene early, if you don't get that that catch early, it's done. So we now the squats is now available. So that would kind of be our cutoff point.
How are we looking on that?
Well, thank you everybody for donating towards the incentive. Unfortunately, it did not get met.
No worries.
Thank you so much for your donations. They still go to a great cause, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right. And hell, I mean, when we complete the run, we might as well do some squats.
Yeah. I'll do one. They'll
Like,
just drop over.
if we can get like the entire audience to do like squats with me when I finish, that'd be great.
You can do mine as well, Huds. That's fine.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Who wants to take Nash's?
No, Huds will. He volunteered as
Cool.
tribute.
So obviously Zach, obviously Aerith is a wonderfully charming woman, and so Zach is like, damn.
Yeah.
Let's go speak to her again.
Let's go speak to her again and again.
And again.
And
yeah,
again.
and again. We're going to be running from the Shinra building to the bloody church. It's a lot of times. But yeah, so we're going to go and hang out with her because she's an awesome lass. But however, Shinra are a bunch of busybodies, and they're like, "Oi, you got to go to work."
Yeah.
So
I always make a bit about this. This is how my runs usually end.
reset.
Feels bad, man.
Speed running.
Yeah.
What a fun hobby.
What an amazing hobby.
So yeah, we're now in Modeoheim, which is a pretty backwater country, like very, very like cold and no one knows where it is kind of thing. Just a little like country village. And then Zack starts bonding with one of the other Shinra soldiers about also being a country boy, where the young man's like, I'm from Nibelheim. Yeah. And that's pretty, backwater. How about you? And and Zack with the classic line, me? Gangaga.
Gangaga. And that is Cloud.
It is indeed Clued. Clued is a blonde-haired guy, and I guess somewhat important to the Final Fantasy VII universe.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm a Kate Sith kind of guy.
All right. Yeah. I mean, he's pretty insane.
Yeah.
We like him. But yeah, so yeah, Cloud is obviously the protagonist of Final Fantasy VII. Spoilers. He and Zack forge a friendship, obviously because of the fact that they're both from country.
We're country boys. Yeah. Like they walk up this mountain a lot faster than this poor like Shinra soldier that's in the back in T-Song.
So right, I'm going to be doing a quick mini game here, which is going to be playing a little bit of Metal Gear Solid. These guys are.
Don't forget your cardboard box.
Yes. Yeah. Will, no worries. These guys are dumb. So I'm going to grab the dispel. I'm going to stop sprinting, and then suddenly I'm not visible if I don't sprint. There we go.
And that was the sneaking session.
Yeah.
Welcome. Yeah.
Successfully infiltrated. So I'm going to do another menu here now. So this is actually a little bit of a longer one because I've got to do a little bit more selling. So I'm going to sell the pearl necklace I just bought for a bunch of money. And then going to sell all of these accessories because I need to get to about 22,000 gil. So
the two Shinra Alphas you pick up are very good. And
I'm going to sell these just to be safe. And then I'm going to pick up 90 potions and 90 somas, or 80.
Yeah.
Pick up 86.
Remember when Bowie used the accessories to actually change the materia? He's doing it again. But
actually, I'm going to do that afterwards, actually. So I'm going to do Dispel first, and then Steal to get Dispel with AP plus 20. I'm also going to give myself 90 somas for 110+% AP.
And that's huge for the run.
In the other barrier with the, not regen, it's with the Thunder that I have there. And I'm going to give that the potions to get more HP as well. And I'm not going to equip that HP just yet. What I am going to do is I'm going to equip, first of all I need to get rid of that. It's going to be Dispel there, and then Thundara Blade. And, oh, no, that's not right at all. That's fine. That Vital Slash goes there. That's it. There we go. So Vital Slash is now on X. Dispel is on R. So Dispel is obviously a spell that removes any buffs from our opponents. But I also have that stat of AP plus 110%. So now I have 270 AP, which means that all my skills that I'm using are not going to be as bad, and I don't have to worry about my AP use.
Yeah. It's a lot of, like we didn't talk about it earlier, but like the early part of the game is a lot about managing the AP and MP. So Bowie using like the Blizzard and using it together with the blades is all about just like fully using those bars without having the need to actually use items to recover them. Genesis fight can get a little bit wonky, but Bowie here is having a very good pattern and is very comfortable just going through this. And we're gonna see him pop. But yeah, there we go. The magic defense went up and it didn't matter.
Oh,
very well done.
That's how it was meant to go the other day as well.
Yeah.
Like that Genesis fight can be really iffy depending on like how much damage you deal. I can accidentally sometimes hit like an earlier phase. Yeah. I actually forgot to do one thing in my Materia fusion menu, and that was I want to change the equipped Thundara blade back to Fira blade. So I'm going to equip. That shouldn't be the one I use. Blizzara blade, sorry. The Blizzara blade goes back.
Blizzara blade.
With the Thundara becomes Fira blade.
Yeah.
I actually need to equip that then because I actually equipped the wrong one.
Oh, yeah.
That was a bit of a weird menu earlier, but there's the Fira blade, and I've got my attack back.
Yeah.
So yeah, T-Sung and Clued. They went ahead. They went missing when we came out of the reactor after fighting.
Do you
Genesis.
remember that we also had another soldier with us?
Yes.
The grunt.
Yeah,
he's gone.
He's gone, yeah. He just doesn't matter anymore.
We don't see him anymore.
So if we didn't get the power wrist from the sweeper earlier, we would have to listen to 23 phone messages.
Yeah.
So it's about 40-odd seconds. 46, I think it is.
It's quite morbid to listen to those because this is a bathhouse and this entire thing is like been run down, but they're still talking to this. They're trying to sell magazines. They're trying to pick up packages. You want to make reservations for this place, but it's not there anymore. This fight is terrible when you don't get it right.
Yeah. Luckily, we've been trying to find a faster route than that one, and that is like you do 1-2 into Fira Blade. You don't hit the big first hit or the big second hit of the first Fira Blade.
Yeah.
But you get the first one, you roll it out of the way, then you do a 1-2-3 whiff into the Fira Blade, and then those 2 hits onto a crit from the back. If you do that any later, he will turn around and you won't get the crit. And so you have to kind of do like 2 extra Fira Blades rather than 1. So it's a bit weird. Again, I remember Blue Harvey was just spending like 3 hours just trying to find a more consistent, faster setup. I'm not sure if one's been found since because I took a bit of a break from the game after getting my 119. So maybe something has been found since then. But if there has, please tell me. So I'm going to do. I'm on to the next big fight, which is going to be Angeal. We're going to be fighting him because he did get kind of copied as well, and he's currently degrading. So this is a very specific fight. Let me just get this right as well. 1, 2, 3. Fira Blade. 1. Not wrong button, but that's okay. 1, 2. We'll do that now. That is actually incorrect, but it's fine. I think. No, it's not. I'm just going to reset the fight.
Yeah.
That was a bit silly of me. Don't heal me, game, please. Whenever you get your DMW, you actually get healed. I'm going to just purposely take this death because I pressed the wrong button. And that matters. So 1, 2, 3, Fira.
And then
1, Dispel. 1, 2, Fira Blade. Guard. Roll. 1, 2, 3, Fira. There we go. We're into it now. 1, 2, 3, Fira Blade. And he'll go straight into it again to finish it off.
Timed. And then
that's
with
the
the final one, and that is it.
That should have happened the first time.
That is how these fights are basically like technical puzzles, and it gets solved by the community, and it just turns into a beautiful choreography.
Yeah, so that's actually a really sad moment. So we actually have to fight him. Angeal forces us to fight him and kill him. And we do fight him and defeat him because he's degrading because he's been copied. And he's dying basically. So we defeat him, and he gives us the Buster Sword. Yeah, and all these scenes that Zach's really upset and crying, and Aerith is comforting him, but now that we are,
we're on vacation now.
Yeah, we're on vacay. We need like a moment just to kind of chill. So it's time to.
It's time for a beach party, everyone. Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah. Also.
Oh man, that was sick, bro.
That was good.
Oh my god, I never get that RNG. It's so nice.
All right, we have some divers here. Like Zach's a nice boy. Like he can use an umbrella as well as he can use his sword. I love this weapon. I want a mod that just has this weapon the entire game.
I think there might be one already on PC.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zach had his abs out, and he's pretty ripped. It's got to be all those squats he's doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we have access to the Buster Sword, and the Buster Sword in this game has obviously some nice FF7R style remastery things. So we have a new thing called Battle Stance. If you press 2 buttons together, I believe it. Well, for me, it's square and cross.
Yeah. For everyone, it's the standard.
Cool. It basically puts you into Buster Stance. This gives you a higher potency multiplier on your physical skills than doing a full 1, 2, 3, 4 combo. So things like jump I mean, jump gets the kills. High jump is even stronger.
Yeah.
You don't even need to bust a stance to kill with high jump here. But,
No.
it would just be nuts powerful.
Yeah, it's like having a busted stance is one of those extra new mechanics from the remake series that they added into it, and that's where like the power of like the high jump route basically comes from. Because the PSP version doesn't use this because it doesn't have the mechanic. You also have a proficiency level in the top right of your screen that says a busted sword proficiency. It really doesn't matter for the run. But it's one of those things you can get to. You can get to like 100% if you really want.
You can, yeah. It's a big grind. So you can actually only get a certain amount of proficiency points per action you do per game. So I think it's like 0.08% if you guard whilst in Buster Stance.
Yeah.
I think it's about 0.5 if you do like the regular attack out of it.
Yeah.
And I think it's 0.8 again for skill usage out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So something like that. It's really annoying, but that's how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it is a bit of a grind, and I think that you need like 50% of it is guarding, and then 25% is the two other actions.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, I'm currently at like 80% for my playthrough. The thing for it is though, is you get loads of different bonuses and abilities for it. So you get guaranteed break damage limits. You can hit beyond 999 with it. Don't need to worry about that. Nice crit.
Nice.
Didn't have to use Vital Slash.
Yeah, very cool. That's almost high jump route.
Oh yeah, almost. But yeah, so you also get things like you break shields or you ignore shields, so it's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't need to worry. You get some good abilities.
Yeah, I think like during our run we get to like 1%.
Oh, I should run
like that.
I should move.
Hey, you should move. We're not there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to grab tea?
Oh yeah, I might do. I might do.
Yeah.
Might do.
Want to grab a cup of tea?
Yeah, I might do some squats in the meantime actually as well.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. Yeah.
Taking you down a peg.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah. I need to get some oh yeahs from chat whenever we hear it.
Yeah.
It's very important. So upcoming, we've got our next fight, which is going to be the commander tank, and it is not too hard a fight. Or general's tank rather, commander tank. But look at me not knowing the name of my enemies. So that move will kill me. So I need to make sure that I wait a little bit and roll.
Yeah. There we go.
Taking you down a peg. Sorry now. Yeah, it's just Caleb Pierce is so good.
He did really well on the remake for it, and it's been a delight to just get more voice lines in it. Like the original PSP version had a few cutscenes voiced. They just went ham and went like full voice acting on this one, which is basically what the game also deserved.
Thanks, Sephiroth.
Yeah, good job, Sephiroth.
Oh yeah.
Again with Thunder, like at least it's not the barrier.
Yeah, I guess. Like that's just so annoying.
Yeah.
Like I don't want that to level up. There's other things like if jump or Vital Slash level up, it do so much more damage.
That's what we want to see.
Okay, so this is going to be one of our hardest mini games.
Yeah.
I need to be very, very focused here.
Focus here.
So,
Focus
yeah.
time. Silence chat.
Yeah, I need you all just to be really respectful of how I need to do this because it's just really technical. So the strat here is I'm going to put down my controller.
All right.
I'm on fire now!
Okay, one knee. Gonna do it one knee. Faster, let's go.
Oh yeah! Taking you down a peg.
Almost there. Hardest game of the game. I already have to. Yes. Are we here yet?
Minute 20.
That one was for the 50K that I asked for last night. That's good.
Thank you very much for doing that, everyone.
Well done, guys. Well done. Argus on the floor. All right. Hardest minigame of the game beaten. Now back to the normal stuff.
Yes. And we're fighting guard Scorpion. Don't hit me.
Nice. Ooh, boy.
I guided that on purpose, because I know what he's like. Do something else, you muppet.
This is the same guard Scorpion that is in 7 Remake, but just tiny.
Okay.
15. Doing
Oh,
good.
nice. Very nice. Yeah, he did nothing.
Yeah. That was a very clean fight.
Thank you.
He was just scared because of all your spots.
They're getting huge. Yeah. Their quads are ripped. So we'll throw it over to Zach quickly for some messages. We're going to go into our next thing. This next chapter is going to be hanging out with Aerith, basically. So,
yeah, this is the Aerith chapter.
Yeah, we do one fight.
A lot of walking.
Yeah, we do one fight, so the rest is walking. So, yeah. Go ahead, Zach.
All right, we do have $25 from Kata saying, Erlenmeyer flasks are my favorite lab equipment. Let's get Alzheimer fund and more research glassware. Thank you so much. I'm sure this donation will help.
Definitely. So that's Aerith. We're walking away from Aerith right now because we're going to make a flower wagon.
Yeah, she wants to sell flowers. Oh, I mean, Zach had the idea. She was like, you should sell flowers. People love
fight in this chapter. Done. Woo! That was it, everyone.
I was going to say, that was impressive of me. That was impressive.
Was pretty good. Yeah.
So that is actually an RNG fight in the non-high jump route. For high jump, you can just one-shot them.
Yeah.
But I need them to turn around. They usually do. Like, they genuinely usually do. But if they don't, then, you have to do 2 jumps. Yeah, so now we're going to have this kid running around going, oh, hey, mister. Kid. Yeah, it is, yeah.
That's the same
loser. So, yeah, we need to go and grab, in like a bunch of side quests, you can grab a whole bunch of items. You can make in total 3 carts, Aerith. A really, really fancy one, a kind of weird, like, Shinra-style one.
I love that one.
Zach loves it as well. He's like, it's so cool, man.
It's so cool. It's such a great cart. The cutscene that comes with it, though, is top tier.
It's super nice.
Yeah.
Basically, every time you make a cart, you go to the park with the really funny, cute slide thing, and then they sell some more flowers. And then try to. And some people are like, whoa, I love that cart, dude. And then some people just kind of, oh, I love it. I just want to get the flowers. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always.
It's good fun.
Yeah.
It's good fun. It's like the midpoint for it.
Yeah, but the story one we get is a basic one. You can obviously make more for Aerith.
You can see the disappointment from Aerith.
I think that regular cart's really nice.
I think so too.
I mean, like, the cute one is really cute, don't get me wrong. But like the regular one is, I think it's pretty nice as well.
But the Shinra one's the best.
It's literally just like a mech with wheels.
Yeah. It's great. It's great.
I didn't expect it to look like that. I couldn't remember what it looked like from the PSP one. So I was like, whoa, okay. Funnily enough, doing the squat minigame that was unlocked a little bit earlier does get you some of those materials for the Shinra one.
It actually does get you the materials for most of them for the Shinra one.
Okay, so yeah, you're going to be seeing this run a lot between the Shinra building. So basically, Zach has to go on a big mission, and that big mission is we're going to be going to Nibelheim. You might remember the Nibelheim incident from
FF7.
From 7. That's the name of the game. Yeah, FF7. So you might remember that it's quite an important moment in the overall timeline of Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, that hasn't happened.
Yeah, so we know, obviously, we're going to Nibelheim. We know, okay, stuff's about to go down. Yeah. But Zach's just trying to spend some time with Aerith before he goes.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very nice chapter in all things considered, where they genuinely are spending time together, and their relationship is very, very sweet.
Take a look at her face. I'm just gonna say, take a look at the face she makes.
Loads. I think she's having a crack, to be honest. I think it's a really, really nice wagon. So before we leave, our friend Kunzel's like, "Are you sure you don't want to just spend more time with her? Is there nothing you're forgetting?" And it's like Zach's sad because he has to be away from Aerith. So we're going to go and see her one more time.
Yeah, just one more time, real quick. But the mission's only going to be a week, right?
Yeah.
It'll be like a week.
Long.
It's basically the same length as ESA.
Yeah.
We'll be back shortly.
So we're going to have to run all the way back there. You can see as well, the music has now changed to that regular Shinra theme we know.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's a nice little bit of musical foreboding, or foreshadowing rather, where Shinra is not a good company. Because honestly, Zach has been a member of Soldier and been a bit of a Shinra shill the entire time. Yeah.
Yeah, Zach? Just Zach?
Oh, sorry. I love me the old Shinra.
There we go. Good job, Bowie. Good
Eco
job.
warriors be damned. No, that's not how I feel. Just want to make that clear, just in case. No, you know, he has been working for Shinra, but he does still question them, I guess, at times. You know, he does what he does to protect people. He thinks he's protecting people and, you know, trying to live honorably, but, you know.
Yeah, he basically just wants to be a hero. That's his goal, like, for joining Shinra in the
It's
first
a nice cart.
It looks pretty decent.
Or Aerith. So yeah, they go one time to go and sell some flowers. You can obviously go and do more of these. Then Sung pulls us aside and is like, you know, you have to go, come on. And then he's like, will you look after Aerith for me? And Sung, generally, he does actually do that. I mean,
he does it really well, honestly.
Yeah, I know that obviously in main game, he's like trying to, but he does somehow kind of try and make sure that Shinra don't hurt her too much when she's in their care, funnily enough.
Yeah.
And it is because of these kinds of moments. He's not as callous as some people might think he is.
If you only like played a base game of the original FF7, you might think Sung is after Aerith, but honestly, like getting all the side stories and getting the extra story within FF7, you get to learn a lot more about the differences between like Soldier and the Turks and how they actually function and like what kind of moral issues they actually have to deal with whilst being part of Shinra. It's a very deep conversation that they have, and it's really cool to.
Oh, look, Tifa.
Oh, hi.
Bye.
Hi.
She shows up every now and then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is obviously the Nibelheim incident where, you know, Zack and Sephiroth go here, and then Zack just says a rather innocuous line about, you know, is that what is
case is terrible.
I know, yeah. Honestly, even to this day, it gives me chills. But yeah, so Zack's wording of like, oh, are we like that too, is what kind of sends Sephiroth off the deep end, basically. He at least starts him thinking about everything going wrong. So let's just get this in. Let's do that. Yeah, you can't hurt me. Oh dear.
Right. Oh, that's actually pretty okay. Maybe a normal one or a jump.
That's fine. I shouldn't.
16. Nice.
I shouldn't really have been like I just so used to using Buster Stance all the time. There is a fight coming up that I need to not use Buster Stance for because I need to remember that I don't need to use it. But so now we're gonna be running back to Nibelheim because Cloud's been injured. Tifa doesn't know it's Cloud obviously because he's hidden underneath his mask. He's a bit embarrassed. So this run back down the Mount Nibel trail can be a lot of enemies. Or it cannot. So I actually purposely moved left there because I found some success in moving slightly to the left to get past the first one. But honestly, this is such a tight corridor. You can get past some of them. You may not get past all of them though. So I'm going to move down here and then cross here.
Yeah, it's also one of those things where like the community is still like trying to find more consistent ways to go through this specific corridor and otherwise just deal with the fights like very rapidly. Fireblade got upgraded.
Excellent.
That's not the one you want.
Yeah, I'm not using it anymore, but you know. Taking you down a peg.
Bye.
Ooh. Getting lots to level up.
Yeah, I should actually state. So, like, when you're learning this game, by the time you reach the finale of it, and you're like on like a decent sub 2 pace, you're usually at around like level 26. But the top tier runners like tend to end the game at around level 20. And that's not that they're grabbing, like they're taking less fights or anything, because the XP value is hidden and you usually get around the same XP. It's because of WMD, like the level up has to happen in order to have you actually level up. And just having the fights go faster and you being better at the fights means you get less reels just popping up and like getting them finished. And that means you get less level ups over the course of the run in general.
Yeah, so at the end of battle, every time you finish a battle, the reel that's spinning finishes. So you see I get a lot of level ups at the end of battle. But if fights take longer because you're still in the process of learning, you'll finish reels and then get the post-fight reel as well. Yeah. You have a higher chance to just get more and more level ups. Essentially.
Exactly. Like the reels you get are like becoming less and less over the course of a run, which also makes the run harder to do because you have less stats to deal with. Your attack becomes less, which is why like getting the attack stat up as much as we can is very important.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to do a quick side quest to go and get a very powerful item, but I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing this little mini game. So.
We're
1,
counting
2,
chairs.
3. Okay, so it's something 3. I'll explain what I mean in a bit. So something 3. There's one there. Is there a second one?
Yeah, I only see.
Yes, there is. Yeah,
2.
Yeah, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7.
7. Is there another one? Okay, something 7, something 3.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna not get all 4. I'm gonna guess the first number. So something 7, something 3. And I'm going. This is the third number in the sequence. So something 7, something 3. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Something 7, 7, 3.
Okay. So the something that Bowie's referring to on the first one, there's another room here, but we found it very consistently to be between 4 and 6. There we go. I couldn't even explain it in full. That was great.
So the last one can only be either 4, 5, 6, and sometimes 7.
Yeah, very rare.
So yeah, it's pretty good to get that first try. But this is a fully leveled Vital Slash, level 5, and plus 15 attack.
Yeah.
So that's why we get it.
Yeah.
And obviously because as you saw it, you can sometimes just get it really quickly. It's awesome to get. So I'm glad I got that first try.
That was first try.
It's completely RNG. It's not about skill at all. But the only really skillful bit is understanding how the rooms work and where things are to be able to be checked. I've been ballsed up by that left side enemy before because one flies in front of another and one can only be seen at a certain angle. Yeah. So I just checked it and I'm lucky I did that because it was 7.
The ghosts are definitely like a very high tripping point, and just getting to understand that minigame and knowing like where all the spawns are is something that you'll just learn over time. We have Sephiroth here just reading a bunch of books. He's enjoying the library very much, and he's like stuck in the library for 7 full days. That's the week of ESA.
Yeah.
And then it ends up with
burning.
Yeah.
Fire. And Sephiroth.
That's where your fire blade went.
Oh yeah, great, good job there, Zach. So now we're going to run back.
Level it.
Yeah. Right now we're going to run back up Mount Nibel, or Mount Nibble. So there's the left side working out to skip that first encounter. Right, these guys are annoying. These are very aggressive. So you actually want to try and run into them to get them to attack you, so that you can bait out an attack and use their cooldown frames to run past them and escape. I'm actually going to flee here, but I need to be careful of hearing Fira. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
You can hear them charge and like send cast, so you know when to kind of like guard or try and roll. But
Fear is very interesting, as the fire spell in this game actually spawns like 1, 2, or 3 fireballs, depending on if you level it up. The Thunder Blade, or the Thunder does it the same thing, but with a spread of lightning, and the ice is bigger. So the fire is a pretty big hitbox that you have to avoid. It's probably the most annoying one to deal with. Are you kidding me?
oh, bro.
This Deathclaw just doesn't want to play along. You can see that very easy crit for max damage. Like that's basically the level Bowie is at right now. Like you can get a lot of damage in. That's the plus 15 from the Vital Slash that we just picked up. Like it stacks up very much. So.
And also because it's level 5, it also is inherently strong, which means I can probably hit closer to the damage cap even without Buster Stance.
Yeah.
I just do it on certain enemies because they're a bit tankier than others, even through crit.
Yeah. But overall, you have 3 pieces of equipment with plus 10. You have the Vital Slash plus 15 and some extra attack. Like plus 50 attack over the course of like his current equipment is a lot for this point.
So we're going to fight Sephiroth now because obviously if you remember the story that Zack does fight Sephiroth here, and the fight is pretty cool. Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get this right.
Enjoy the music.
1, 2, Buster Stance, jump, and then here we go. So that's 9,999. Get the ability down. He's going to use whatever it's called. Oh no! Oh hello!
Now, you had it at 51%.
Oh, there it is.
Very good.
Oh no! Don't kill him.
No. Oh. Ooh.
Oh, I got hit by it.
You got hit.
Yeah. So normally what you can do, if he uses it earlier, because I actually got the double ability. If he will normally use Heartless Angel between the abilities.
Yeah.
I would heal afterwards and then just go into this with 8,000. So this is going to be a bit different now for this reason. I need to heal and I'm going to obviously lose a bit of time.
Yeah.
Should be fine though.
If Sephiroth pushes you off the edge here, you lose. But like honestly, because of how we use the Vital Slash strats, it's basically trivial.
That was like max range as well. So I just had to play that safe just to make sure.
Very well done. It was a very tight fight.
Okay, so Sephiroth obviously gets shanked by Cloud, and then Cloud gets thrown around a little bit. But Sephiroth does eventually die at this point, let's say. Obviously.
Yeah.
Afterwards as well, Zack and Cloud are completely injured and can't do anything. They get picked up by Shinra, and they start being experimented on by Shinra. They go into these kind of there's like chambers full of like weird fluid that keeps them, sedated, I guess, whilst they're being experimented on.
Yep.
Zack obviously breaks out of this eventually. So remember, this was only like a week-long mission.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it was like 8 hours they were in there, right?
Yeah.
Just a good nap.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like this was
a long time.
6 years.
No, not at all. No.
So I used to think there were enemies here, but the enemies here, there are some, but actually there's a lot more enemies down here if you start the whole 7 wonders of
You have the side
Nibelheim.
quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we stated before, like there's a bunch of mini games here. There's a lot of side quests in this game, so we play through the base game and we do it very fast. But like if you actually go through this entire game and like find all the side content, this is a complete RPG experience. So you can get like get like 30 to 50 hours worth of combat in here. That dorky face is an actual dork.
So
You get a level up for it though.
yeah, that was nice. You can get past it. Like I was walking against the wall, and it's just very finicky. That I've been trying to find a consistent setup for it. I don't know if the community have found one yet. If they have, I'd love to hear it.
I haven't.
But I have managed to skip it a few times. It's just very, very finicky and probably just RNG based. But
So,
yeah.
So in the room where we had the safe earlier, if you go in there, there's a new chest with a Faraga that I use usually for like extra stuff, and it's a very nice thing to pick up. And there's like a ton of different things you can do in this game when it comes to like rooting it about. You can get a ton of extra materia. You can get some chests here and there. We're gonna pick up a few extra elixirs, but we already picked up one in Nibelheim up the stairs. There's a lot of like small things you can do to make the run both safer, but also make it more fun for you to do. Also, Cloud's getting dragged off. You might want to help him.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Taking you down a peg. So yeah, this fight is this whole segment is fighting as many soldiers as possible and being as close to to Cloud as possible, just to quickly run and be like, bro, leave my friend alone.
Yeah. And then like he starts fighting you, and another one comes from the side and starts like dragging him off again. It just keeps happening.
So there's 3 waves of this, and that guy didn't die.
Sometimes they just they get in a very awkward position. That one's pretty good. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so because as soon as you like lose the general pattern, you have to you're going to be dealing with that, unless one doesn't just. Okay, got it.
Oh, nice.
So one of them can survive. The guys with the red scarves can survive because they're a little bit tankier. This only happens. Wow, I didn't hit him.
What?
Only if you kind of like are a bit of a low level. If you're level 17, you can basically not kill that guy.
Yeah.
But because I hit level 18, I was safe. It's a damage roll as well. Even at level 17, it is a damage roll. So we're using jump there, as you can see. Imagine that for even more of the game. That's high jump.
That's basically high jump. Yeah. It's a lot of jumping around and having fun.
Yeah. So obviously we found a soldier uniform to give to Cloud, so that basically we can just get him out of those clothes.
Yeah, because they're drenched. I don't know why Zach isn't changing, but like that, he's probably fine. He's just doing some squats, getting it off.
Yeah. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be escaping the clutches of Shinra and running back to Midgar. Obviously, Zach wants to get back to Aerith, and obviously he wants to protect his friend as well. So this is kind of like our final like segments of the game.
Yeah.
We're going to be making our way back. So
yeah, we're doing a lot of running here to get past things. There's another mini game here. We're gonna skip it fully. We can grab sniper rifles that are like strewn across the floor for some reason.
Yeah. I don't know why they're there, but they just are. Yeah, the idea is that you obviously can upgrade I say obviously. You can upgrade the sniper rifles, and you want to defeat these robots, and you get rewards for doing it. It's kind of fun that you get these kinds of like mini games so late into the game. But I'm gonna wait for the line up here, and then there's a straight line, you can go here. I'm gonna cut hard to the right here. This is all to avoid the encounters that are in here. As long as you stay in the grass, you're fine. So. And then the last bit is like hard to the left, and then hug the wall as well. So.
Yeah, basically right. Oh, okay. You got the cutscenes here. Like they're all like showing off like the ones that are in the distance. You need to actually hit the sniper rifle. But it is very nice that it's there, but you don't actually have to do it. As you can see, like Bowie just let 12 of those robots escape, and they're gonna like go around Nibelheim, just true chaos.
Yeah, the idea, I guess the lore behind it is that you want to stop anyone from seeing you so you can escape safely. This cutscene is actually like Cisne, who used to be with us, who used to be our friend. It's kind of like you're being hunted, and I have to hunt you too, but I'm going to let you go for now. But just know that in like a few hours, you're going to be a wanted man type deal. Yeah. We don't know why we're being hunted, but we are. This fight is kind of hard without the HP plus. I normally equip the HP by now, but I'm going to try and be a god gamer.
I know you can do it. I say that, but a G Eliminator can just like not have fun and ruin your day.
Nice guard.
Wow, very good. Okay.
Get knocked back. It knocks back. It knocks back. So it's like it feels scary, but.
Nice cutscene.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this.
Oh yes, let's go. We're gonna get Rush Assault level 5 here.
I'll watch out.
Yeah, here we go. I love this one. This is the one he learned from Angeal, and he's basically just punching him to death. Very good stuff.
Yeah, we just wanted to do that just because like it was a bit safe.
Yeah, but it was also a very clean fight, honestly.
Yeah,
Did
it was,
really well on it. But yeah, we got a motorcycle from Cisne. I don't know why she had a motorcycle here.
Yeah, she's kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is now Gongaga. Zach's trying to see his parents, and then Cisne is here to say like,
You're an idiot.
Why? Yeah, why are you here? Of course we're going to be staking out your parents' house. And Zach's like, well, can you tell them that I tell them how I'm doing? She says she does, but if you've played 7, his parents never find out how he's doing.
No.
So Cisne didn't do it, and that's really crappy of you.
Yeah, that's really painful.
I think she's just saying that to spare him because she knows what's going to happen, what has to happen to him.
If she has to do it, like if she does it, it's going to be even weirder anyway.
So here's our final shop. So I need to quickly sell my last few things. I need to sell. What am I selling actually? I can't remember. The Shinra Beater.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I can then buy an Octaslash, and I'm going to buy a. What do I have? 1 second. Let me just get my potions first.
Yeah, you're buying the rest of the potions for the second HP thing.
And then I don't need to do that at all.
No.
I just need to make sure I'm doing my Materia fusion correctly here. So the HP. I have a Thundara, yes, so I need Blizzara. So use the Blizzard just to do that, and then potions to finish it off. So that's 100 HP. Yeah, I'm going to get a Blizzaga. That's what I'm going to get. So Blizzaga. The reason I'm going to do this is because I'm going to fuse the Blizzaga with my attack Thunder, and that gives me an attack plus Firaga. Rather than just picking up the Firaga itself, I fuse one like that. So Fira Blade will become the Firaga. Vital Slash is... Oh, I also didn't do one thing as well, which is the...
Vital Slash on Vital Slash?
No, Jump Slash onto Octaslash for
That's
Assault
true.
Twister.
Assault Twister. Yeah. So we're getting rid of the jump here and in favor of the Assault Twister Plus. Assault Twister does hit 3 times, and especially in the upcoming fights, we don't need to use jump as much anymore. It'll be more like a defensive thing and like being able to dodge some certain attacks. We rather want the extra damage at this point.
So I'm going to pick up one more elixir, Marathon Safety. I normally just take one, but if the second to last boss goes a bit poorly, a second elixir always helps. It's not too much of it.
It's literally 2 seconds.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't grab it in a PEB attempt at this point. But
That's fair. Activating fire now. All right. Oh, that was very nice.
Vital Slash good.
Yes. Like getting the backside from him just like cleans him up very, very rapidly. All right.
Assault Twister Plus is nuts.
Another level? You're on 21 already?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's very nice.
Yeah, 2021 is usually what we're going to be seeing, but I've got a few more fights to go, so being 21 already. I mean, you normally level up a couple of times in the final boss as well, sometimes. So anywhere between 20 and 23 is what you'll finish the game with. Well, yeah, between that. I've never seen higher than 23 with these strats.
No.
But I've seen 23 a couple of times. Now, the DMW can still help me out, and my gold split for the second to last boss, the reason I bring up the second to last boss is it's got a lot more HP than the last one.
Yeah.
That fight is my gold split got both a Firaga upgrade and a Assault Twister Plus upgrade.
That is very much like that.
That's not okay.
Yeah. And because there's so few fights left in the run, you're not going to get to see much levels anymore. And because like we pick up some of these materia way late, you're not expecting them to level up. And as Bowie stated, like it's very easy to get like the extra level up will mean that you get more damage. And getting closer to the max damage limit here, all their fight is going very well. What a fight was that! Oh, that was amazing to see.
Yeah, the adding in like the non-buster stance Vital Slashes allows you to knock him down until he uses Funny Worm, and then you can go ham with the AT plus. That was one of those like adjustments that I recently made. I'd seen someone was talking about it and saw it in action and went, that's nuts actually. Because even though each Assault Twister can hit beyond 9,999 because it hits 3 times, it's actually better to use that because you're hitting 10k and stopping him from moving. And it's very easy to miss hits on AT if he's moving around. But because of the stun, it keeps him locked in place. And Funny Worm, he stands still. So you just lock him in place until Funny Worm, and then just...
The fight becomes trivial at that point.
Because whenever you're doing like 80 plus, it's usually about like 2,000 extra damage, so it's not much. But still.
It helps. It stacks up.
Yeah.
Also, welcome to the final chapter of the game, everyone.
Yeah,
We're almost done.
This is the last bit, yeah, and it's we're gonna just get a few more minutes left, essentially.
Yeah.
This last bit, this chapter is finding 7. Oh yeah, I missed Materia. This chapter is finding 7 Materia, and then doing the final 3 fights. So at this point, Zet, I'll throw it over to you as we approach our finale. If you have any messages or anything to read.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I would like to let everybody know that although we didn't get these squads through, I want to make sure that you're aware there's plenty of more incentives and bit wars to go. For example, let me get the list real quick. You can decide the name of the worms and the worms to run. There's still quite the many options available, and also you can decide the voice bank that's going to be playing. And currently, it appears that French is leading. So if you want to hear a different language than that, now would be a good time to change that.
I like the Spanish one. Very good language. All right, we are picking up the final of like the 7 like special materia that we need for upcoming puzzle. There is literally 3 fights left that we're gonna do before the end of this, and they're all back to back, and they're all pretty darn annoying.
Yeah, it's pretty. They are good fights, and I think they're pretty interesting in how they work.
Yeah.
So, funnily enough, in that previous room, there's actually the secret dungeon at the very end. We need to like check all of the tablets to be able to fight enemies, and fighting the enemies opens up the last dungeon. Anyway, here is our final bit. That star materia is our last one. That's all 7 of the goddess materias. Make our way through to the Portal of Severance, and I'm going to fight G Regicide, Genesis Avatar, and then Genesis himself once more. Like true Genesis, we're going to be fighting. This is a pretty hard set of fights, but yeah, I just need to really focus it a little bit. Obviously, you can do commentary over it, but I'm just going to be silent for a bit whilst I go through this.
That's no problem at all. We're going to start with G Regicide here. Bowie's going to make sure that he uses his Buster Stance and uses the Assault Twister properly, as well as the Vital Slash, to get through the abilities as fast as possible. You want to get to the phases. The one thing that we don't want to see is exactly that, which is the Trifendag again!
So like he can sometimes do it quickly.
Yeah.
I was trying to get into Buster Stance because you guard there, but he just did it so fast.
He did it twice in a row, which is also very rare to see. That's something you just have to deal with. And G Regicide, like Trifendaga is basically a kill if you can dodge fast enough. But now he has the Aqua Slash as well to back him out. So as soon as he sees something very funky happening, he can do that. But we didn't, and we also got the level up this time around. So very good Regicide fight. That's a good start to the upcoming 3 boss fights that we have. That's 1 down, 2 to go. This is it. It's time for a showdown, Bowie. Are you ready?
Kind of. So upcoming first is Genesis Avatar, which is like the big...
It's the same thing. Yeah. Let's try to skip
It's like the big fight of the game, or like the final fight. The last fight's a little bit of like a victory lap, really.
Yeah.
Which still has important strats, but yeah, this fight is where it's at. So the materia is what we need to deal damage to, like on the sword. So you need to come down here and roll. Now, there's only you can hit it from 3 sides. Okay, I found the crit spot.
Yeah.
You can hit it from 3 sides, but one of them you can crit from, and this is the crit spot. So this is going to be pretty good. I'm just going to equip my elixirs just in case.
Yeah.
You do want DMW to help you out here. If you get DMW and it heals you, you're going to end up being able to not need to use elixirs like I'm having to use here. But yeah. Because obviously when you get your things, there we go, heal me, there we go.
Yeah.
Lots of HP and AP back.
Also, like if you have max HP, it starts breaking HP as well, so you get more HP in total, and it just makes you a lot more tanky, and it also helps with the AP stuff that you want to get as well. And here's why Bowie got the Faraga, because if you want to get rid of these ads as soon as the sword goes up, you're going to have that happen anyway. But in the meantime, the ability power is going to power up. Ooh, we're on 24 now already, so that's going to be an interesting.
This is not good.
No, this is a very. Oh boy.
It's fine. It should be okay. It's not that powerful, but there you go.
It still hurt him though. Hurt it. Okay, got the MP going down, and now we are basically rolling again. We're trying to find the crit spot again. He didn't get it there. He's trying to look for it. The left side is a little bit more finicky than the right side, but Bowie's got it here, and he is basically just wrapping it up. He's trying to do the Assault Twister here, keeping it up, hopefully not getting hit by the Shadow Slice there, because the Shadow Slice can be very much like damaging. They can really catch you off guard and just outright kill you out of nowhere. And he's almost there. And he got him! Yeah, let's go. All right. That is the big fight. That is the big worry at the end of the game. That is the Materia down.
Okay, so this next fight, I need to open with a Vital Slash to move in, and then run up and do all Assault Twister. So this is a new strat here. So open with Vital Slash. Genesis will move away. I run up behind him, and then get a full hit. I'm going to do another one as well. Big damage to open it up.
Yeah.
Nice start. He's going to do that. Run away, please.
Yes,
Nice,
that's what
hits.
we want to see.
Oh, shoot.
Using everything he's learned during the run here. He's trying to get the backside and using the Assault Twisters for it.
That's not ideal.
No, but Genesis, like, as the final fight in the game, he can definitely, like, he has an arsenal of different attacks, and we want to see a very few specific one, especially him running away to actually set up a distance spell is what we actually want to get. But sometimes he just doesn't want to play along.
Run away, run away, run away.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, he ran away too early.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a bit weird. Time's coming up, by the way. If you want to do that, Nash.
Yeah, there's no problem. Okay.
Gonna play this safe.
Yeah, it's always better to play this fight being particularly extra safe and getting it done here. And
Time.
there we go.
Okay, nice.
That was a good time.
Underestimate.
That was very good job.
Thank you so much as well, indeed. So yeah, we finally fight Genesis.
Yeah.
Genesis is always like quoting Loveless, and he's kind of trying to find like meaning in like life and things like that. And
yeah.
He's kind of Sephiroth and Angie were like really good friends, but they fall apart because of their like they have the same issues, but they deal with them in different ways. Basically, it's all that whole idea of like what are we as humans really, and kind of someone like Angie takes it. He finds his own way out. Sephiroth fights against it, and Angie just I guess is always trying to. I'm sorry, Genesis is always just trying to like. He's always asking the questions.
He's always asking questions.
But at the end, Zack kind of like tries to make his way back to Midgar. He gets a letter he gets like given letters that apparently Aerith has sent 87 or 83 letters
83
over the last like what 7
7
years. So actually they were in that stasis for 7 years, and unfortunately Zack does of course die at the doorstep of Midgar and never makes it
I'm
home.
so glad we don't have to play that part.
Yeah, so obviously there's that whole like bit at the end of the game when you actually have to fight the soldiers. We time here because you don't have to fight that final fight.
Yeah.
You can get through it. So that was the last input basically to attack the enemy. So yeah, it's like you have to watch that whole thing. And obviously when you're doing runs, I don't want to watch that ending.
No. Like you don't want to see streamers cry every time you run this game because I will cry.
Yeah, it's really, really bad.
It's really bad.
So just really quickly as well, because we want to end up. A few shout-outs, obviously. Thank you, obviously, to Nashlax. I do want to say that, obviously, Nash, you were originally meant to do this run.
Yeah.
But due to IRL stuff and differences, I needed to take over.
I'll clarify a little bit. Like I had some personal situations, and I had some family trouble to attend with. And family is very important. You got to spend time with them. You got to make sure that you're there for them when they need you. And that's what I had to do. And I had Bowie, who is here for me, who took over my run because I wanted to showcase Crisis Core. It's a new run. It's an RPG. I love RPGs, and getting them into marathons is amazing. And getting people to see like that you can pick up RPGs that are short, that are amazing to play, that are also very technical, but also very RNG heavy. It's such a great genre to get into. And Bowie here has been an inspiration for me for many, many years. I've watched him. And shout outs to the crew as well.
Yeah. And this is a great community. The Discord's always been like popping off with just loads of PBs and everyone working really hard. Obviously Dessa and Soraguns had been like the two pushing the game for so long. Hello Internet coming up with loads of strats as well, and they came up with all of the Ifrit strats pretty much.
They love it.
Yeah, and obviously all the runners were always taking part. And Blue Harvey's been doing a lot of work. Thank you so much.
Captain's been doing great stuff as well. I've cursed his runs many times.
Indeed. Yeah, it's it's just a good community. So if you like this game, you want to try it out. It's a really fun, fast-paced run. And a sub 120. I got a sub 120 with this very route.
Yeah.
It's very possible, but I think we're looking at like 115s, 114.
115, 114 can be happening, and it's also on PS5. It's also on PC. There's a lot of resources available as well, so you can easily pick it up and join the community. And like I said before, like RPG runners, they tend to go everywhere, and there's so many things. Like I found Bowie through Shining Force, and like shout outs to Defining Class as well. For that, there's so many good things that you can just play RPGs with, and it's always been great. You can find everyone, and they're very welcoming.
Indeed, yeah. So thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the run. Crisis Core is awesome. So yeah, give it a little bit of support. Zack Fair's the beast. Caleb Pierce is best Zach Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, thank you very, very much.
That hot take, we're going to give it over to Zet.
Oh, of course. But yeah, we'll throw it back to Zet and we'll throw it over to a break. Thank you very much for having me. And obviously, shout outs to this guy, Nashlax.
And shout outs to them as well. Thank you so much for taking this run.
Thank you so much for this unusually short RPG run at this marathon. Please, everybody watching.
And it's underestimate. Don't forget about that. Yeah! Give it up for Bowie!
Everybody, please don't go anywhere. After a short intermission, we're going to return with a run of D-Blob. So let's see what this game has to offer.